In 2011, 18 pupils of Runyanya Primary School in Chiriandongo were struck dead by lightning. Following the unfortunate incident and several others, government, through the Ministry of Education and Sports, issued a circular directing schools across the country to install lightning conductors. After several public complaints, the government undertook an initiative to install lightning conductors in some schools in 2019. This followed a probe that showed that 6 districts of Mubende, Sembabule, Lyantonde, Bushenyi, Lwengo and Bukomansimbi were prone to lightning. Over 100 schools benefited. In Busia, several government schools lack adequate lightning arresters to prevent lightning. At Busia Integrated Primary School, whereas there were some lightning arresters installed, these were vandalized.
In fact, we had the lightning arresters, but they were tampered with, and as I speak now, they are not functioning.
Vandalism of these installations did not spare Busia Secondary School. Agrimende, the school head teacher, however, says plans are underway to have the arresters installed.
As I speak, as a school, we have 2 of them, and certainly they are inadequate. But the ones that have been installed are 2. We have already budgeted for 2 more this financial year.
In Mbale, the situation is not different, with authorities revealing that most schools do not have the lightning arresters, and the few that had been installed were vandalized.
We don't have any lightning arrester in these buildings. So when it rains like this, our children are at risk. We had one on the other block they built, but thieves came under 2.
The Inspector of Schools Mbale District, Hannington Bukumba, confirms some of the challenges shared, however noting that sensitization is continuous.
Yeah, we sensitize them, though they have issues with the money that they have just come out of COVID, but of course life must go on.
Some private schools in Kampala have adhered to the directive and believe it is the right thing to do.
So we also had to install the lightning arresters as a way of protecting our institution, our investment, on top of protecting life. But first and foremost, protection of people's lives that are within the institution. I think to me it is not a question of money, it is a question of sensitization and priorities.
Julius Peter Oyang is an electrical engineer who has been installing these for over 30 years. He takes us through what is required to install these and the various components.
This is one of them. It is called air termination spike. It is installed on top of the roof. Then there is this one which is called copper tape. There is this one which is called copper mat. Then there is this one which is called inspection box.
Underground, some components are also needed to make the conductivity more effective.
Put the sodium hydrogen bicarbonate because for it takes long to dissolve in the soil. We will put also charcoal dust.
The total cost of the whole installation largely depends on the length of the copper tape to be used on the building, with each meter sold at about 40,000. However, the other components like the air terminal spike and copper mat on average cost 200,000 shillings each.
Government have budgeted for these lightning arresters in government schools. We have been implementing in phases. We are calling upon even the private providers, the private schools. Let's have the lightning arresters in our schools.
Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.